everybody, welcome back to DIY Builds in the great state of Texas. This is video 6 of the football build, but I ran into a few snags. So let me explain what's going on. What happened was when I've been rushing because I'm not used to videotaping the process. As I like to tell people, I can't walk and chew gum. So I screwed up a lot of steps, and one of the steps I screwed up was I should have painted the handles and latches first, let those dry completely, then tape those off, and then paint the body. I did just the opposite. I painted the body, taped it off, then did the handle and latches, and when I did, it peeled the paint off from these big, you really can't see them, but you got these big seams right here where the paint had peeled off. After I put on several layers of paint, I got paint peeling off here, and the latches weren't cut exactly perfect the way I should have cut them. So I'm not real happy right now, but the biggest problem I've run into is with this particular radio. I have never used this radio before. Now I have used something similar to the smaller radio right here, this FM with Bluetooth, and it works great. I just wanted to use this one because I like the way it looks, and it has all the different inputs into it to hook up different things. And the problem I've been running into is a couple of problems. Let me show you. The first problem is I had this amplifier hooked up here, and I had the wiring hooked up. This is a 50-watt amplifier that I had hooked up. And the problem is I bench tested it, and I wasn't getting very high volume. So what I did was I took a 100-watt amp with Bluetooth built in out of another project, and for some reason, I don't know if it's the Bluetooth in this item, the Bluetooth works fine in here, but when I try to use Bluetooth on the radio itself, or the FM, it's very distorted, very heavy on the bass, and I don't know exactly what's going on. Now, when I switch to this amplifier, it works fine, but the volume, I mean, I've got this amp turned all the way up. Now, this amp does not have Bluetooth built into it, but it's just not very loud. It's a 100-watt amplifier, 50 watts on each side. Now, these are 300-watt speakers. But, again, I'll tell you where I goofed up was, and this is a step I should have showed you guys, and I didn't. This is something I've done in the past. Again, I was rushing and I missed a step. Was when you get these components in, especially if you're not familiar with these components, like this particular amplifier, I mean not amplifier, but this particular radio, you need to do what's called bench testing. And what bench testing is you take your battery and all your components and your speakers, and you wire them all up on your table, and you test them before you go ahead and cut the holes in your box. And that's where I made the mistake. I could have used a similar radio like this one. I actually have one here. Let me show you. This is my cooler build, and I have one in here that actually works perfectly fine. You see it turns on there.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
And turn on the
Bluetooth device is connected
FM mode there. Let me fast forward it here. See, it works perfectly fine. And line in and everything. It just doesn't have all the connections, but it works perfectly fine on this one. But now the difference is here is in this particular cooler I have here, have you seen this build I have here, is it has a 200-watt amplifier in it. It's adjustable with the gain knob here, and I did that because I'm using 6.5-inch large speakers. So, and I'm using also an internal antenna. As you can see, the wires right here. The problem I had with this one, let me move this out of the way, is I was trying to go with an external antenna just for the looks, and I had it hooked up right here with a little adapter and everything. Let me move the light up a little bit here. And it worked okay, and for some reason when I switched from the other amplifier, because I was using this amplifier right here This one's got Bluetooth built into it. Now this is a 100-watt amplifier, but it's got Bluetooth built into it. And for some reason, this one again was being over distorted, but the radio was working. But again, it was distorted. And I hooked this one up, and for some reason the radio stopped working. I couldn't get any reception at all. So I'm going to have to run some tests, but the problem is, again, I made the mistake of cutting the hole here for this radio without running my test first. And if I hadn't done that, I could install this smaller radio in there. So what I'm doing is this little radio here is actually going to another project, and we're actually going to film that one when it gets done. If I can get the project over here. You watch some other videos, you guys have seen this one right here. This is a build that my buddy did, and I wired it up for him. You see the wires are hanging out right now because what I did was I'm actually going to take the amplifier out of here and put it into this one because it's more adjustable than the amplifier that was in here. This one's only adjustable with switches. The other one's adjustable with a knob. And what we're going to do with this one is we're actually going to take that little radio and we're going to mount it right here. And we're going to mount an antenna right here because it's a metal box. It'll work perfectly fine. So this one's going to go in here. This way he can have FM radio and Bluetooth built into this box right here, because this amplifier right here is really too much for this box in with these 4-inch speakers. It just rattles really bad. So anyway, that brings us to right now. What I'm going to do is, again, I'm not happy with the paint job because I also should have used adhesion promoter primer, which a lot of paint to stick a little bit better, and paint it a little better, because right now I've got too many coats of paint and just see the coats of paint through here. So I think I'm going to go with just one coat of paint. I'm actually going to go with a green box instead of a black box, so I don't have to use many coats of paint to cover it up. And what we're going to do is we're running some tests. We're going to run tests on this radio with the antenna, but we're also going to experiment with putting an antenna inside with just the wire, so you don't have to worry about buying an external antenna. That'll knock $10 off the price, plus the price for the little adapter and everything. And we're going to go ahead and try this radio as well and see which one works better. I just went with this one because, again, I thought it was cool. It's got all the inputs and everything, but that's okay. This is what this is all about, and that's why I'm showing you guys this. Because you're going to make mistakes, or things are just not going to go exactly as you planned. And also, about looking at the speakers, and these are nice speakers, but they do bulge out a little bit, and it's kind of hard to get the latches to latch without doing a lot of cutting. These here are a little thinner profile, and these work a whole lot better. They lock down, and I found some Pioneer speakers online that are actually even thinner, but I'm going to go ahead and keep these since I already bought them and paid for them. I don't want to pay $45 for that pair of speakers. But just do your research. Again, I'm not ashamed to show my mistakes. I mean, I've done a lot of these builds, and you guys have seen online some of the work I've done, and some of the work I think looks pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. But I made a screw up, and I just wanted to show you guys that mistakes are going to happen. You're going to screw up. Like I said, I screwed up cutting these latches here. I wasn't paying attention. I cut too much. Again, I was on camera. I felt pressure being on camera, trying to show you guys how to do this, and I don't regret it. Don't worry about that. I see a lot of you guys online, and if you guys have seen my videos for the first time, welcome to my channel. I have a lot of other videos on here that shows my work. I've had some guys asking me about video 6, and it's going to be bigger and better. And matter of fact, in video 7, I'm actually going to walk you through bench testing. So that's what I should have done. I skipped that step, and that was my fault. But this is all new to me, videotaping the process. Usually you guys see my videos and you see, the finished product. You're like, oh wow, look at this. This thing is all nice and neat, and it's painted, and the insides look nice and neat. But how'd you get to that step? And you guys wanted to see the process and how I painted the speakers and everything. Real nice and neat. This one came out really, really pretty. I was going to hack this one up. I was like, no, I like it. This is actually my personal Bluetooth box that I use to listen to myself. And that's my first Bluetooth box, so I don't want to chop it up. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this project's not dead. It's just we're going to go a different direction. We're still going to go the same paint scheme. I like the white because the Texans football stickers are going to look really good. I'm also going to see if I can find an NFL sticker and maybe stick it up here on the top somewhere. And like I said, it was looking pretty good on the back. I actually drilled another hole here for a vent in desperation because the base was so deep. And I really wasn't happy about that either. I wanted to put the vent over here, but again, I already had so much stuff in the box. And I was trying to put the sticker over here, and it was just, everything fell apart. So I'm hoping to eliminate this antenna here and move the base hole over here and then put in the Texan sticker over here. But we're going to keep a similar color scheme. I think the colors came out pretty good. Again, it's, I don't know if you can see it on camera here, how you got this big chunk right here taken out where it peeled off. I tried to repaint it. Some chunks missing there. But it's okay. So I'll order some new parts tomorrow. And I'm also going to get a new step drill for drilling these holes to try to make the holes a little cleaner and show you guys how to do that. And I appreciate you guys watching again. For you guys that are finding my channel for the first time, welcome to my channel. I'm not an expert in this. I'll give you a little backstory real quick. I actually started doing this totally by accident. I've been in electronics off and on since I was in high school. I took electronics in high school, and I used to wire car radios all the time. And I love listening to the radio. I love radio. That's one reason my builds, have radio in them and things like that. And what happened was the radio next to my bed decided to go out, and I got to find another radio. And I looked around, didn't find anything I like, and I thought, well, heck, I'm gonna build me a radio. So I decided to build one out of a toolbox. And if you guys go on my channel, look around, you see my toolbox build. That was the first radio I built. Made a lot of mistakes, but hey, mistakes are for learning, and that's okay. And I've been doing this for about a year now, and you can see even I make bad mistakes, and I'm not ashamed to admit them. But it's okay, guys, because we have all the parts, and we got a few more parts coming in. Like I said, I ordered another box, a brand new box with no holes in it. And we're going to start over with that, take our time. Now, I'm not going to videotape that process because you guys have already seen that. You've already seen me painting. But what I will do is I will videotape the bench testing process. We're going to bench test both radios. We're going to bench test this one. I'm going to try them out with antennas, different amplifiers. And again, I have a new amplifier on the way. And we're going to work this problem together. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. And I appreciate you guys. I really thank everyone for watching my channel. I have about 50 subscribers right now. And I just want to thank every single one of y'all for subscribing to my channel. It makes me feel special. I remember I started out, I had 5 subscribers. And I know there's people that have hundreds and thousands, but that's okay. That means you guys enjoy what you're seeing that I'm bringing to you. And I really thank you for that. And we're gonna get through this together. And this box is going to look great when I get done with it. Like I said, I'm probably going to keep this box as a reminder of my mistake. And we're going to see what we can do to do this better next time. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I have no idea where Duke is, but I'll make sure, I'll tell him hi. And everybody loves Duke. Elizabeth, as a matter of fact, right here. This is Duke's cousin. Come here, Elizabeth. Come here. Anyway, let me introduce y'all to Elizabeth. Say hi, Elizabeth. This is Elizabeth. This is Duke's cousin. She's about 1.5 years older than he is. And she was actually born from a stray that I found, just like Duke. Now, she's not as happy being in front of the camera, but she's a cool cat. So anyway, that's Elizabeth. She's Duke's friend. They're best friends. They hang out a lot together, but I have no idea where Duke is right now. Anyway, guys, sorry to be so long-winded. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please tell your friends about it. And get out there and build something. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because it's going to happen. As you can see, even I make mistakes, and I've been doing this a long time. Thanks for watching, guys. And check out my other friends out there, their channels. And please check out my Facebook page. I love all things radio. Please join that. I can answer your questions better there than I can answer your questions on my YouTube channel. I see people asking me questions all the time. Please go to I Love All Things Radio. Look up the name Philip. That's me. And I'll be happy to answer your questions there. There's other guys there that can answer your questions. Nick and Howard and some others. Cody. Great guys there. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful day. Great weekend. And I'll see y'all in about 2 weeks. Thanks for watching.